What is up, Dage Mafia? So today we are back at it again with another video. And today I'm gonna be talking about how me and my today I'm gonna be talking about how me and my first love been going through all this shit, you know how we first met, like where we at now, this, that, and the third. So before we even get started, I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe on this mother freaking video. And if you're new to my channel, you know, welcome to the Dage Mafia. You feel me? All green hearts, period, because that's what we rocking on. But you know, I'm gonna get straight into this video. Okay, so we first gonna start with how we met, how me and my first love met. So basically, y'all, I'm not even gonna try to put the other video in there because I said that whole part wrong. And then when I look back at the messages, it's something totally different. So here's what actually happened. And that's just, we just gonna leave it at that. As y'all can tell, she was still trying to slide. Then I gave her my number, and then we started texting on iMessage or whatever. She said the iMessage game, and we was playing 8-ball. And so, you know, I ain't gonna freaking lie. I'm trash as heck in 8-ball. I'm trash. So, you know, we playing 8-ball, but you know, surprise, surprise, Lil Dage beat her. You know, I beat her, and I was like, since I won, you gotta let me slap you. And then, no, we had made bets before we started playing the game. So I was like, if I win, like to slap you, and she was like, if she win, then she get to kiss me. So, you know, that's how everything got started. And so, yeah, I won, of course. And I was like, well, get ready for me to slap you. So then she was like, bro, you not slapping me. I said, well, you just gonna have to hug me then. And so then that's when she was like, okay. So then after that, I had this but I ain't know what I did. And she was like, yes, right, you not getting your hug. I was like, watch me, cause you know I get everything, anything that I want. So baby, let's believe I'm gonna get that hug. So, you know, after that we had fell asleep or whatever. Well, she fell asleep late, cause I'm a late sleeper. Like I go to sleep late. So this is on October 19th. I remember the date. We both remember the date. So this is on October 19th, and it was on a Thursday. I think a Thursday. So yeah. So then the next day came or whatever, and I saw her early in the morning, and I saw her or whatever, and I was standing with, we gonna name him Chu, and we gonna name the other one Jay. So I was standing there with Chu and Jay, and so I ain't know she hung out with Chu and Jay. So when I saw her or whatever, so I automatically went to her or whatever, and I was finna hug her, but she kept dodging, but she really couldn't dodge me, so she finally gave me a hug. And I saw her Chu and Jay was coming behind me, so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, whoa. I didn't know that was her crew, you know. So yeah, I didn't know that was her crew. And so then after that, we was just standing there or whatever, and she started, I ain't even give First Love a name. So First Love name it's gonna be Rosa. So Rosa started rubbing on my thigh or whatever. And that's when Chu was like, Rosa started rubbing on her thigh, because you probably making her uncomfortable. And so then that's when I started smiling hard as I don't know what. And that's when Rosa started laughing, and then she looked at me, and we looked at each other, and we both started smiling. You know, that's how you knew it was a connection. Let me stop. So yeah, so then that's when Jay was like, y'all wanna go to the cafeteria? So everybody was like, yeah. So then we went in the cafeteria, and so when we went to go sit down, it was only like 3 seats at one table. Then it was like 2 other seats that was at the table that was right beside it. So then that's when they sat down or whatever, and I was standing up, because I don't really like standing. I don't really like sitting down. Like, I like to stand up. So goddamn, then that's when Rosa was like, you want to sit on my lap, and I was like, no, I'm good. It was a reason why I didn't want to do it, but I ain't gonna never say the reason. So, you know, I just sat down at the table that was across from me. I was like, nah, I'm gonna just sit right here. So then we sitting there. I ain't even talking to mom on my phone. No disrespect. So yeah, I ain't even talking to them. I'm just on my phone. So goddamn, that's when the bell rang. We got up and we went our separate ways. You know, I had one with my crew. She went with hers, but the way it was set up, we all went the same way. I ain't never know that she went the same way that I went. Like the way it's set up, we got our buildings like 100, 200, 300, that type. So I go through all the buildings before I go to my class, because my class was in the 300. So I walked in the 100, 200, and then we finally get to the 300. And by the time I get to the 300, it's about like 7:13. So we only got 2 minutes to get to class, because first block starts at 7:15. So I got in there or whatever, and then that's when she automatically texts. She was like, you Aggie, with the laughing emoji and the blue heart. And so I was like, how? She was like, because I didn't really want to give you a hug. I said, I told you ain't had no choice. So the third, you know. Okay, so I realized I skipped like a whole bunch of parts. So you gonna be seeing me keep like popping up in the video out of nowhere, and the story gonna be off. So at the end of the day, it was time for us to go home. So then before I'm in fourth block, we texted back and forth, you know, got in my skin. While we texted, I'm smiling the whole time. So goddamn. So we texted. I was like, shut up. And you know, people be like, make me. They be like, make me. I was like, okay, shoot. I was like, okay, shoot, just wait till dismissal. So when dismissal comes, it's like these black gates that you exit in order for everybody to get out. Like go out to the bus side and stuff like that. So we going out the gate. I'm going out the gates or whatever. And she's standing right there with Jay and Chu. So it's Rosa, Jay, and Chu that's standing right there. So I look at her and smile, and I walk straight past her. And then that's when she was like, that's what I thought. So I had to turn the fuck around, because baby, you ain't finna punk me out. So I turned the fuck around. And I had to snatch her from Jay and Chu real motherfucking quick, just to put her in check. So the whole time I'm walking with my arm around her, so I'm holding her mouth like this the whole time. So I was like, okay, what you say? You said shut up, right? Instead of that, we walking to my bus the whole time. And so then that's when I finally let go or whatever. She was like, I thought she was gonna make me shut up, so I just kissed her, you know. I did like I said, and kissed her. So then she was like, if you wanted a kiss, you should have just asked for it. So I really didn't want a kiss. I just did it just because. So then that's when we got to she was like, where your bus? I said, my bus right here. So then that's when she was like, I want a kiss. So I gave it to her. So then she was like, I want another one. So I gave it to her. And then that's when she was like, I want another one. And then that's when this boy named Marion, he put his hand in the middle of us and was like, nope, that's enough. So then so she started laughing or whatever. So then we went our separate ways. I went on my bus and she went on her bus. And we called it like that. So yeah, that was it. So a couple of days later, me and Rosa had ended up getting into it or whatever, but it wasn't deep. But at the time, like, I just wasn't interested into like a relationship with her, and that's just me being honest. So I started messing with this girl. We're gonna name her Shay. So I started messing with this girl. Her name's Shay, and the way it was set up, she had a boyfriend, and I was still messing around with Rosa. So me and Shay testing, we being nasty and everything. This and the third. So then that's when that was the only day I messed with her, because I realized that was me being wrong. So I started messing with her or whatever, and that's when the next day I came in out, and me and Rosa wasn't even into it no more. It was like we was talking, but like we wasn't really talking, but we was talking. So, goddamn, that's when I saw Shay or whatever, and I was like, oh, I gave Shay a hug, and I was finna kiss her, but that's when I saw Rosa, so I was like, oh snap, I gotta walk away. So that Thursday, that's when Rosa came, and I hugged Rosa or whatever, and gave her a kiss, you know. Yeah, gave her a kiss, you know, and stuff like that. So then I ended up texting Shay and was like, I was finna give you a kiss, this and that. She was like, but wasn't Rosa right there? I said, I don't give a fuck about Rosa, fuck her feelings, this and that. Because at the time I was still mad about the situation. So god dang. So yeah, that had happened. And then that's when after that day, I really ain't text Shay or nothing. But anyways, so yeah, I ain't text Shay on nothing, none of that. So that's when we gonna start to where we actually started dating, which was like a couple weeks later, which was November 2nd. November 2nd. So yeah, November 2nd is when it was on a Friday. I remember because that was the day we went to school. That's when I started posting videos and was like, it's committed. You know, I changed her name and everything. Because at first, her name was Future and all that, this, that, and the third. And once we started dating, I changed it to it was my girlfriend. That was her name on my phone. So yeah, so goddamn, that's when I changed the name. But anyway, so yeah. So I changed her name. The next thing you know, it comes out the first block or whatever. I did not know that Shay and Rosa had the same first block. So I guess Shay showed Rosa the messages that we was going back and forth with while me and that was going on. And that's when Rosa texted me, was like, she was like, something, it's over, it's the end, I don't want to fuck with you no more, this, that, and the third, just saying all these different type of things, you know. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so then when we transitioned, and I didn't see the messages till I got to third block. Yeah, till I got to third block. No, they had second block together. And when we transitioned into third block or whatever, I went to Shay or whatever and was like, no, I didn't go to Shay. I went to Rosa, and I was trying to give Rosa a hug or whatever. She was mad or whatever, and I didn't know what she was mad for. So, goddamn, that's when she was like, bro, I don't want to talk to her, this, that, and the third, I don't want to hug her. So when I tried to give her a hug, she moved away, but I didn't know what she was mad for. So, so I went to my class, and then that's when I finally saw the messages. So I'm like, what are you talking about, this, that, and the third? And then she was like, I saw the messages with you and Shay. You can have her. You over here talking about fuck my feelings, this, that, and the third. And you know, it was just a whole big argument, you know, all that. So then after that, you know, we had stopped talking for like some days, maybe a week, I don't know. And then we started back talking. You know, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be meant to be. So we started talking, all this, that, and third. And I don't know how we ended up back talking, but we ended up back talking. No, the thing is, I be posting stuff on my spam like all the time. And, you know, I just be posting stuff that I don't even be posting it towards people, none of that. So I posted something. I was like, I really want some tongue kiss, this, that, and the third. And so she commented and it was like, you don't even be letting me get tongue kisses. And I just commented back the laughing emoji. So then that's when we ended up. That's how we ended up started back texting. So, god dang, we started back texting. I don't know when we started back texting, but because we've been on and off like for the longest. So yeah, we started back texting, and you know, we built the stuff back up, you know, and you know, it came to a point I remember when we had just started getting back right one time, because I'm skipping all these times because I don't really remember. But I remember we was just getting back on, and god dang, she texted me this whole big paragraph, and it was like, she was like, I'm sorry, Deja. Well, it's Deja, but the way she typed it, it was like, she typed it the way my name is spelled. So she was like, I'm sorry, Deja, but I'm in love with this girl, this, that, and the third. And I already knew who the girl was because she always posted the girl. But she never knew I watched her story, because her story always gets sent to me. Because when I'm in a relationship with you, I don't really watch her story unless like it's sent to me. You will only see my name on certain stories. You won't see it on all your stories. So if I'm with you, I will hide your story. I will mute your story, but I won't mute your post or none of that. I will just mute your story because I don't like watching stuff. Cause like if it's something on there that I need to see, just make sure you tag me. But the way it's set up, she never tagged me and none of that. It would just be random posts, this, that, and the third. So she'll always post the girl. And we're gonna name the girl. We're gonna name the girl Gloria. The girl name was Gloria. And so she texted me and was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm in love with this other girl. My feelings has always been towards her. If this hurt you, I'm sorry. This, that, all this bop by the whoop whoop. And I'm just like, I was really like, I was hurt. And I'm not even gonna cap, like I cried, like I literally cried. So god dang, the whole time I had to vent to somebody. So y'all know me, I tell my mother everything. So my mama knew me and her went out, and she knew that we was on and off, this and the third. But the thing is, she wanted to meet Rosa. And it was this one time around my birthday when she was finna meet Rosa. But honestly, I really wasn't ready for her to meet her, because I didn't know if we was gonna actually like stay together, because we was always on and off. So basically, she texted me that, and you know, I was heartbroken. So I told her that like that really hurted me, this, that, and the third. Like I texted back my feelings towards the situation of what she texted me. And you know, I just had to, at that point, I was like, well, I'm just gonna chill on relationships, this and the third. And you know, at that time, I couldn't take situations right. So if you did something to me that hurt me, I'ma want revenge on you. So that's how it was. So I don't know how, but you know, I started talking shit about her and all that, because you know I'm hurt. So I started doing that, but I'm not like that no more. Like if you do me, it's a red bird. If you do me wrong, I'm not gonna want revenge on you or nothing like that. That's now. But back then, this how it was. Like I'm petty. Like I'm really petty. I'm petty to this day. I'm petty, bipolar. Anything you can name it, I might be. I ain't gonna name all of them, but yeah, those are the mainly two that I am. I'm mostly bipolar and petty. So, that situation had happened, and you know, I couldn't really take the situation right. So I told my mother, I told this one or two people, you know, and after that I had went to my best friend's house, and we're gonna name her We're gonna name her Pepsi. We're gonna name her Pepsi. So I went to my best friend's house because, you know, I know her and my best friend don't like each other, but my best friend will always be there for me if I need a shoulder to cry on and all that stuff. So at that time, I did need a shoulder to cry on, so I went to her house. And so I went to her house, and, you know, it's like, it was on her birthday. No, no. So yeah, she texted me that, and I went to my best friend's house. This, that, and that. I spent the night, and we was turning up the whole entire day, you know. But when it came to late nights, like late nights, I be having like thoughts. It's like to this day, I be having like heartbreaking thoughts and all that. I be like thinking about people and what we used to be, this, that, and the third. So it was that late night time. So, you know, I ended up I told my best friend how I feel, this, that, and the third. And as I was telling her, like, what the situation was going on, I had busted out crying, you know, because it was hitting me hard as hell. So I started crying. I was kind of her shoulder, this, that, and the third. So, yeah, that situation had happened. So we're gonna skip all the way to January. We're gonna skip all the way to January. This is the we was about to hit. We hit 2 months, cause that's the day right after New Year's. So yeah, we hit 2 months, and then afterwards, we were supposed to meet up at the mall and go watch a movie, this, that, and the third. But my mother was tripping, so we never went. But then she had my mail bracelet and all that, of course. So yeah, we were supposed to get matching shirts and all that stuff, but you know, we never did. So then eventually a situation had happened with her and her household. I'm not gonna say what because that's not my business, that's not my part to tell. But yeah, so something had happened in her household, and you know, she couldn't stay there no more. Like, she couldn't stay there no more. And so she had went to her best friend's house, and you know, they took care of her for like a couple days before she had to go back to the household. And right when she went back to the household, she got sent right back out. And so she went to go stay at her brother's house. And then that night that they sent her to her brother's house that morning. The next day I did not see her. So no, the next morning I did not see her. So, you know, that was my boo, my babe, my everything at the time. So, you know, I texted my cousin, was like, bro, I did not see Rosa this morning. Like, where the fuck she at? I started blowing up her phone because she still had her phone, but I did not know that they took her phone. Like, I did not know, like, where was the different places that she was going until, like, she told me. So that's the only reason why I know that this happened. So that morning, I didn't see her. I used to see her, and I didn't see her. So I ain't even asked Chu or Jay where she was, cause that's her best friend. Jay is her best friend, and Chu is my best friend. But that's not the best friend house I went to. So yeah, so goddamn, that had happened, and I texted my cousin and was like, bro, where the fuck she at? This, that, and the third. She was like, my cousin was like, Khadija, chill. This, that, and the third. I was like, no, I really can't chill because you know how I feel about her. This, that, and the third. So that was all first block. So transition to second block. I saw my cousin or whatever, and my cousin was smiling, but I couldn't really smile because I only smile like when I know that she good and stuff like that. But I couldn't really smile, so then I ended up started crying and stuff like that. So then that's when my cousin was like, bro, she right there. And I didn't believe her, so I was still crying. And then that's when I looked up, and she was like there. She was walking down a thing, but I couldn't really look at her because I was crying. Like, she never seen me cry. So I had to stay looking at my cousin, then my cousin moved. And that's when Rosa got in front of me. She started hugging on me. And that's when I started crying on her shoulder, this, that, and the third. And I was like, she kept asking me, like, she was like, babe, what's wrong? Babe, what's wrong? And I never told her, like, I didn't tell her what was wrong at the time. And so then that's when that's when we had to go to our separate ways, different blocks and all that. So, you know, me being me, you know, at this time lately, I'm happy, you know, because I know she good, but I don't know. She wasn't good, but she was like good since she was in my presence, you know. So, you know, I went to class, you know, had the little puffy eyes. Everybody asking what's wrong. I'm like, nothing, I'm good now. So then that's when a couple days later, she had needed a place to stay. So I called my mother, you know, dialed her up and was like, you remember Nico? gotta call that out. You remember Rosa or whatever? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, this happened. I told my mama what happened because my mama has to know like what happened in order for her to stay. So then that's when my mama was like, yeah, sure, she could stay. I she can come over today and stay however long, this, that, and the third. So I was like, okay, cool. So then that's when me, my cousin, and my we gonna call her my sister because that's our title. So my sister, we went walking around looking for her because I knew where her third block was. Like I knew where all her blocks was. So that's when that Friday, it was on that same week. Friday is when she got to spend the night, you know. And then, you know, I was happy then. I barely was on my phone. You know, she didn't have all my attention because like when I was mad at her, I would not talk to her. Like it was like that. Like when I was mad at her, I would not talk to her. I would not want to be around her. And she would just try to come hug on me, kiss on me, this, that, and the third. And I would not answer her. I would not pay her attention. But, you know, it was still love for her, as always. So, yeah, so that whole time, she stayed until January 27th is when she left. Because she left on a Sunday. So, yeah, she left January 27th. And, you know, a whole bunch of stuff happened, you know. That. And we ended up breaking up on February 9th. February 9th is when we broke up. And I knew something wasn't right from the jump because she was posting this dude. And I knew something wrong was right, so I really wasn't like, I wouldn't text her like I usually do. She wouldn't text me. I told her I love her once, and she was like, you won't do it. She was like something for you won't love me for long, this, that, and that. So I was like, why? And from that point on, I knew something was up. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna be putting the same energy in here because you just told me basically that like you finna move on, this, that, and the third. So I knew something was up. So then we ended up breaking up February 9th, and then she ended up going out with the dude February 9th. So then I was like, okay, cool, baby. You do you, I do me. And the way it was set up was, me, I told y'all back then I couldn't handle situations right. So, you know, I had to get my revenge. So, I ended up hacking like all her accounts. I hacked her email, her Instagram, and I hacked her Snapchat. And then so the next day, I hacked it that morning. So she texted me a couple minutes after that, like 30 minutes after that, and was like, Khadija, you hacked my account, this, that, that. Like, I'm playing stupid as hell. So I'm like, no, I didn't. Child, no. So usually when I have this thing, me and my mother used to be a police officer for 15 years. So I have this thing. We do this thing where I used to get hacked a lot, so I know how to do it. So I automatically can get my page back. So I did that to her once because the way it set up was she hacked my account one time and I hacked hers. And I told her I didn't do it. Period, like that. And so then she was like, can you help me get your account back? Get her account back. So I was like, yeah, and I have to get it back. So she was basically like, can I do that again? I was like, no. She was like, bro, I didn't do anything wrong to you, this, that, and the third. If you do this, I will leave you alone. That bada woo. And I didn't even listen to her. Like, honestly, I was still hurt. So I wasn't doing shit for her. Like, none of that. So, you know, it was hacked. And yeah, so she finally got her account back because she figured it, I don't know, she figured it out that it was me. The only reason she really figured it out was me because I was making snaps off of her Snapchat account. So I knew what the passwords was. One of them was dumbass bitch, one of them was Khadija Wayne, and the other one was dumbass bitch again. So So yeah, I had this stuff, and then that was the revenge, and then this was something else had happened. She kept texting me on some BS that I did not do. She always told me I was talking shit with my stud best, which is a stis, but that's my ex stis. So I was talking shit with my stis, and I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, it's messages. That's what she fucked up at, because me and my stis don't even talk. We don't even text. Me and my stis used to always be on FaceTime, and so that's how I knew she was lying. So then I told my mom, I was like, she just wants some attention and don't give it to her. I was like, so that's when I was just like, well, okay, this and the third. Baby, that was the end of the situation. Like, she'll always text me on some BS that I did not do. So sooner or later, since she wanted to do that, I gave her the attention that she wanted. And it was this chops. It was this page called I think it was Trap for Sale, something like that. And and they was exposing people in COT, so maybe I sent her traps and stuff like that, and they exposed her. And that's when she thought it was me that ran the page. And so that's when I guess they sent her a screenshot of who sent it or whatever, and so she texted me on some BS, and she was like, she want to fight me, this, that, and the third. So I was like, okay, babe, pull up, baby, pull up, like, baby, run it. This is what I've been waiting for. Like, I've been wanting to beat your ass, like, run the fuck up, baby. And she was all the way an hour away. So then that's when she was like, she doing all that yelling on the phone. We called her, whatever. She was like, did you send my chops? And I was like, yes, I did, baby. Yes, I did. She said something, and I was like, okay, baby, pull up. Like, yes, I did. And what you want to do? I was like, yes, I kept saying it over and over. And I was like, yep, I did. Yep, I did. Yep, I did. So pull up. Fight me. This, that, and the third. And so that's when I called my mother and told my mother what happened, told her what I did. And so that's when my mom was like, well, if she want to pull up and get her ass beat, then she could do that. And my mom was like, make sure you tell her to bring her mama, because I'm going to whoop her mama ass too. This, that, and the third. So that's when I tell my cousin, I was like, cousin, you don't need to braid down my hair, because I'm not finna let her. I was calling her names. I'm not even finna lie. I was like, I'm not finna let this fat bitch pull my hair. Like, I'm not gonna let her sit on me, so baby, nah, none of that. Like, she can't pull them, because I'm gonna be fighting in my brow. So if my titties pop out, baby, she already seen them. Like, baby, they pretty. So yeah, goddamn. She was in the middle of braiding out my hair, and when I got a phone call from my mama, and my mama was like, well, I just got off the phone with her mother, and her mama was like, she finna call the police, this and the third. So me and my cousins was looking like, what the fuck? Like, so my cousin, before then, I had already told her that she gonna jump in, because the way it's set up, Rosa is like bigger than me. So she had already texted her, and then that's what she already texted Rosa and was like, she gonna jump in. And Rosa was like, Zah, please don't jump in, this, that, and the third. And my cousin was like, no, because my cousin like, I fight, because we always step behind each other. Like, I don't know what Rosa thought it was that point in time, but yeah, no, that's not what it is, baby. So yeah, we get that call. So me and my cousin was looking like, what the fuck, you did all this action and yelling on the phone, but baby, you calling the cops, this and the third. So I called my sister. I called everybody. Like, everybody was at the house at the time, like, ready to fight her, ready for me to fight her, this and the third. But she never pulled up, because the cop got called, this and the third. And so me and my cousin looked like, if the cops got called, baby, why the cops ain't pulled up yet, baby? So yeah, so goddamn, we get to that point. So then after a while, we just got over the situation. And we ended up being best friends, And to this day, we still cool. Like, we a whole lot. We goof around a lot. We be nasty a lot. Well, not a lot, but like a little bit. But I always text her good morning and a note of the day and all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah. So we cool now and all that stuff. So that was the end of this story time. And there's plenty more story times coming up and all that. But the next thing I'm gonna do is it's gonna be a prank, and I think I'm gonna do a prank today or tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do it today since it's Sunday. It's the 3rd. No, I'm gonna do it like, I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Just know I'm gonna do a prank. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And damn, my hair look a mess. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video if you liked it. And this story time was requested by Rosa, so don't try to bash me or none of that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, you know, Dej Mafia Gang is out this bitch, and we're gonna leave it at that. Have a blessed day. And I can't take it. I was wondering, maybe can I have back my baby if I did something.